He was with a girl being trafficked, where she was being trafficked from, alone with her for hours, and knew that she was being trafficked. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and the disclaimer is down in the description box. Hello, and welcome to the Think Tank, where we use critical thinking, deductive reasoning, and just a pinch of common sense to draw unbiased logical conclusions. Today, I want to discuss the emails that were released about President Trump. In any other administration, any one of these would have been disqualifying. Arrests would have been made. People would have been going for their head, marching on the Capitol with torches in their hand, screaming at the top of their lungs for justice. But we're concentrating on the wrong email. There's three emails that are being prolificated in the media right now. One states that Epstein thought he was the worst person in the world. And they're like, oh my God, if Epstein said it, then imagine how bad he is. But to put that in context, you have to remember, Epstein thought that it was okay to traffic little girls. He went to places where not only did they traffic little girls, they trafficked little boys. Him and his cabal of friends looked at our children like they were adults, because in some countries they were, and that's how they saw things. They say in their minds it was like the United States is just being strict, and any place else or other places this would be okay. So now, as a man with two daughters, that is kind of not my thing, right? But you have to put yourself in his mindset, and in his mindset, it was all right. It wasn't evil to traffic them little girls. So him stating that Trump was the most evil person in the world, when you put it in the context of the mind that said it, you can't say, oh my God, Trump must have been doing worse than trafficking little girls, because in the person who said it, that was okay. So the next email, well, let's talk about the one that matters. Here's the one that matters, and here's why. There was an email saying that Trump was alone in the house with a little girl, 15, that was currently being trafficked. Now, to look deeper in that, he was in Epstein's house with her. So he was alone in the house with the girl that was being trafficked in the house she was being trafficked in. Why? In God's creation, would they have been alone together? I need an explanation. I can't think of any reason that he was alone with a little girl that was being trafficked. When you put that in, compounded with the fact that he was in the house she was being trafficked from, and they were alone together for hours, why is there a need for anything else? What other evidence do you need? Take Trump out of it. Any human being is left in a home with a girl that's being, any grown man that's alone in the house with a girl being trafficked in the house she's being trafficked from. Why was he there? Then let's bring the other email in that everybody's talking about. Of course he knew about the girls. Of course he knew about the girls. He was alone in the house she was being trafficked from with her for hours. What is left to discuss? This is what it is. This isn't a guessing game or trying to figure out putting the puzzle together, unless it's some real giant puzzle pieces that like kindergarten, this dude is only 5 pieces, and you do it, and you got the whole picture. This isn't 100 jumbo box. This is a simple puzzle. The results are not going to be difficult to find. If a jury looks at this, and I brought it, and I'm not an attorney, and I brought it, that would be the end. A lawyer's not going to outlawyer me and be like, nah, he was there because what? This is not rocket science. You can complicate it, you can confound it, you can obfuscate all you want. At the end of the day, he was with a girl being trafficked, where she was being trafficked from, alone with her for hours, and knew that she was being trafficked, or knew girls was being trafficked from the house that he was in. So why was he there alone with her? This is about as cut and dry as it gets. And the rest, I don't know why people are not putting this together the right way. This is simple. LC signing out.